Alright, this is a test recording. I'm gonna see if I have this configuration worked out right, you know, because who knows? Maybe I don't. Oops, wrong number. I'm already fucking up. I'm just joking, I'm not nervous. I know this will be fine. I'm sure this test is gonna be fine, and because I can see my audio meter. Well, that's odd. And,
You have no messages. Press 2 to change folders. Press 3 for advanced options. Press 0 for...
Alright, that's all, folks. Alright, we're recording. I'm gonna do something unprecedented. I'm gonna call somebody. Yeah, because I want to talk to them. Isn't that crazy? On national American television, we waited 40 fucking years for this one. I guess I should have thought this phone call out a little better, but it's okay. Here we go. Where's the actual number? Let's see. It isn't like this part's gonna go on the internet. So I think I can copy and paste. That's pretty convenient. So let's pause. And now where's the dial pad?
Now I'm excited.
Enter new number. Here we go. Paste.
Are you guys ready for this?
Okay. We're gonna call my home number.
Ladies and gentlemen, audience time! Well, we are here. It's a long road to get here, but this is their new album. It's called Tokyo Drive. It comes out tomorrow. You can see them on tour all summer long together. Halen.
You've reached 818-742-7719. Thank you for calling. Please leave a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello there. I apologize for calling so early in the morning. Sorry. I'm a independent personality, independent media personality, and I was just calling to talk to you about the Van Halen Jimmy Kimmel incident because, well, I thought it was really interesting, and that's all. Yeah, have a nice Monday, Joe Dolan. Goodbye. Well, damn, that didn't work. That's what happens when you call people at 8 in the morning. Oh well. It's all good.
If you're satisfied with the message,
Alright, well, that's the end of my video. Okay, I just got called back. I think it might have been the camera guy that I was trying to reach. No. Wait, was it? Oh shit. I don't know. Was it? Ah. Okay, none of this is helping. Oh god, I'm so disorganized. if I would have really had my shit together, I would have closed out every window I had open, and I only would have had my phone dialer window and like my audio interface mixer and my video camera interface. Let's see, I dialed outgoing call. Alright, I don't know who called me back. It's anybody's guess at this point. Shit. Who the hell just called? It's awkward. It's gotta be him. Yeah, let me see. There must be a way to get to the bottom of this. Yes, I do have too many phone options available. And they crisscross. Crisscross. And it makes things awkward at times.
Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. I apologize, guys.
Fuck. I don't know. Hello? Did I just hear something? And now I'm hallucinating. Alright, end of video. At least they're only auditory hallucinations. Okay, I just got called back. I think it might have been the camera guy that I was trying to reach. No. Wait, was it? Oh shit. I don't know. Was it? Ah! Okay, none of this is helping. Oh god, I'm so disorganized. if I would have really had my shit together, I would have closed out every window I had open, and I only would have had my phone dialer window and like my audio interface mixer and my video camera interface. Let's see, I dialed outgoing call. Alright, I don't know who called me back. It's anybody's guess at this point. Shit. Who the hell just called me? It's awkward. It's gotta be him. Yeah, let me see. There must be a way to get to the bottom of this. Yes, I do have too many phone options available. And they crisscross. And it makes things awkward at times.
I fucked my nose up on the microphone here, so I'm going to wear the Band-Aid and we're going to start the whole thing all over for you. And we're going to give you a little extra for your patience here. Work with us if you will.
Fuck. I don't know.
Need you to count off on Al? How do I look? Like fucking Hiawatha. Yeah.
Hello?
All set?
Did I just hear something? And now I'm hallucinating. Alright, end of video. At least they're only auditory hallucinations.
From the top, hit the note.
Over the barrier standing in front of us. And I was so pissed off, and I know that Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla have a hatred between one another now. So while they were interviewing her, on my video I pull up a picture of Adam Carolla, and I hold it next to her head in the video, to where they
Oh man.
But then they plucked those people back out, and there I am at the front row, or somebody was kind of squeaking in front of me, and I filmed what was going on, and I did not expect what was going to happen. So immediately, and that's all filmed on my iPhone, by the way. That was an iPhone 6.
That was one of my questions I wanted to ask you.
Yes,
What phone were you
that
using?
was an iPhone 6 held sideways, because no one was allowed to bring cameras in, and I'm a noted music photographer, Joe Dolan Photography.com. I shot everybody. So I filmed it. I went home, quick edited it, and the edit that I had overnight got like 3 million views. But there was some information changed about how it was hit, and then I rechanged the video and re-uploaded it. And since it's got nothing like 7 or 8 million views. But that video became very popular because I put it in a lot of online rock and roll music magazines about the story that night, and it took off. That video, and I mean, I've shot full concerts of Orianthi and Richie Sambora and Greg Allman, and I was a big video editor for a lot of years. Shot everybody. Not one of those videos has done what that Van Halen video did. And now that Eddie passed away, it's coming up on everybody's timeline.
Yeah,
you're looked at Van Halen. All of a sudden, it's coming up everywhere. Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
I just happened to be there at the time.
Yeah, I was wondering if you had any clue what was happening with Dave, you know, was it until he came out to make his announcement? Like, is that when you were clued in, or could you tell there was something up before that?
No, it was just, hey, I'm going to film this because a buddy of mine's a big Eddie Van Halen fan, and hey, this is what I do. I take pictures, I film things, I can send this to magazines, and then whack, he hits his nose. But the previous statement before they came out and said he hit himself with the microphone stand was that the necklace he had, the shark tooth necklace, jumped up and cut his face.
Oh.
And that was the original storyline. And then when I found out it was the pole, I had to change what I had written in the video and re-upload the video about here's where he hits his face with the pole. That was what happened. Otherwise, that video would probably have 20 million views on it. The original one came down.
Well, I watched it. I watched the video pretty closely, and I really didn't see him, like, flinch. Like, it didn't look like he biffed himself in the nose. Like, to me.
He is a creature, that guy. And probably was whacked out of his mind and didn't feel it. But yeah, Dave is a long-term martial artist, and he's been hit a number of times. This isn't the first time he's done that, He's done this many times in his career.
Oh, bashed himself in the face?
With that pole. He's been doing that since the 70s, hitting himself in the face with that.
Oh,
I have a friend whose husband plays guitar out here, and he was hired to be Dave's guitar player moving forward. And then when Eddie died, Dave said, that's it, I'm retiring. But he's done. He's not going to do anything anymore. He's going to sit on his laurels. At least that's what I'm left to understand.
Well, we'll see.
Kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, it would be nice to see him come out and do something amazing. Hell, I'd like to play baseball. But he, that's from what I heard was this guy was all lined up to go do shows, and that ended. So his wife is now part of some show in Vegas. She used to sing for a band called White Witch here in LA, and now she's part of something at the 22, 23 club or something. Something going on up there. But they all went to Vegas to do a stage show, a rock and roll stage show, and now he's not doing the David Roth thing because I think David Roth set up that after Eddie passed away. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, in regards to the video, what can I help you with?
I just had some random questions, bro. I was just wondering, why was Jimmy Kimmel apologizing? How long did you guys have to wait for the performance to happen?
So, when he first came out, they did an introduction, and Guy comes out and introduces the band, and I make it in the video look like it went from, hey, here's Van Halen, and then they come on, but there was probably the better part of an hour where they were interviewing people, and the guy kept coming out, the bald guy kept coming out and saying, are we getting excited? Are we getting excited? And then Van Halen finally came out. Now, when he hit his nose, they had been filming this live that was going to go on TV a couple hours later. But you have to film and quick edit, and then here's the band is outside, they're going to play now, and they make it look like it all happens at once. He comes out, he introduces the band. band, et cetera, et cetera. So that happened, and then he hits his nose, and you saw the whole video. He goes off stage. He comes back out and says, "We'll be back out. Let me get this thing taped up." And then he comes out and says, "I look like Hiawatha," you know, whatnot. So that was probably, I don't know. That whole time you saw Eddie noodling on the guitar, it might have been 8 minutes. It could have been 10 minutes, and then they came out and they started it all again.
Yeah, that was one of my questions for you was, did you feel lucky to have an opportunity to see, you know, the Van Halen boys riffing it, you know, a little extra?
It was really awesome to see that even during that time, they just kept. I feel like, okay, the fire's up. We want to go. We're here to perform. You're holding a guitar in your hands, and you're the greatest rock guitar player alive on the planet. What do? You just keep noodling, and that's exactly what he did. And as it turned out, for the fans, that was probably the greatest gift of the night. To just see Eddie in his element, having fun, tapping on the neck, making noise, doing his thing, and that was really a gift for the people who stood there. It was probably, I mean, we were probably standing there for 14 hours.
Holy moly.
Waiting to get in to see the show. Like, people started lining up outside at 8 in the morning. I mean, it's 7 in the morning.
I'd do that.
Fortunately, the friend I was with lived where the fence ended, because it was about a full block of fenced-in area. And Paul McCartney has played there. A number of people have done that on the street. But where the fence ended was at Sycamore Street. I think it's called Sycamore. And my buddy had an apartment there on Sycamore. So we literally walked out his apartment, up to the top, stood on the corner, and we were in line. And while we were in line, somebody just grabbed us, because they know me in the industry from what I've done, and they just pulled us into the front of the line, which was a gift. You know, and I feel bad that maybe I took the place of one person, but not likely. You know.
Well, you know, if you're anything like me, you sometimes got to believe in fate, right?
Well, fate put me in there. I did what I did, and now that moment has been memorialized to the point of where millions of people have had the opportunity to see Eddie noodle on the guitar, which has been great for his legacy. So the person who pulled us on that line, good on them. It was done right.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed hearing Wolfgang do some funky slap bass riffs, too. That was pretty neat.
So that kid is an incredible talent that gets so much shit because, you know, oh, you're living on your dad's fame. No, he's really not. He is a super talented human being that was just came up the ladder not because his dad's Eddie Van Halen or his uncle was Alex Van Halen. He's just really good at what he does. And he's a talented kid, and the biggest hindrance he's going to have in life is having to live under the shadow of his dad, because if he wasn't his dad's son, but was still a musician, you would still know he existed. You would still know his music because he's really that good. You know? And there's a lot of, you know, the hateful comments that are on that video are horrible to read. Oh, this band was never anything. And those are just people full of hatred or jealousy or an element of never having succeeded in their life, trying to take it out on someone who is famous. You know, we live in this crazy woke society of angry people who live behind a computer screen. There's a lot of hatred spoken on those comments, and I didn't take them off. Once in a while, I'll remove one that's just really vile, but I typically don't. And the things that people say are on both ends of the spectrum. They're either, hey, I saw this band at 78, oh, I love them, or, wow, this band never did anything. And it's like they were a cornerstone of rock and roll. People who are saying that are simply, they're hateful. You know, there's no reason to speak. If you're not speaking positive and factual, don't speak. You know?
Well, if they don't like it, why are they watching the video? I mean, really.
Over and over and commenting and coming back and commenting another month later and commenting another month later. You'd be surprised how many people, you know, another big one is with this Oriente concert that I shot and edited at the Canyon Club in Agora Hills, California, which is literally 3 seconds up the street from where I'm sitting right now. She put on this show. She has Greg Allman's daughter, Brooklyn, on stage with her. She has Richie Sambora, because they were new in their relationship at the time, playing on stage with her. And this kid, Eddie Black or something, who runs her fan club. He's got a big hat on in the video, like a big cowboy hat on, and she pulls him up on stage to play, which was a gift because you run my fan club, but you live in California. Hey, I'm going to put you up on stage. He drove up from San Diego to be on stage with her, and he wasn't expecting to be. He was just there to support her and be with her, and she pulled him on stage to play. And people talk hateful things about that concert. Oh, the audio sucks. Well, yeah, it's a small diode on a Canon 70D camera. It's not magical, you know, but it's a good representation of the show. Oh, that kid in the hat sucks. Well, he was a 16-year-old kid at the time that just loved Orianthi, of course. But the moment is that she brings a friend fan on stage. Richie Sambora, Bon Jovi is up there. That's Greg Allman's daughter. They're playing a Rolling Stones song. Wow, it's fantastic. But people consistently write hateful and hurtful things to her on there.
Well, I tell you,
those I typically remove, but the Van Halen ones I don't.
you know, Joe, I really think it's just a phenomenon where, like, when people enjoy a video, they just kind of sit back and go, wow, that was great, and they don't bother to comment because, like, they're just satisfied by the video, and then you end up, the only comments that you get are the negative ones, and it seems like the whole world's negative.
Well, this phenomenon happens with things like Yelp. No one goes on Yelp to leave a great review when they have a nice experience at a store. They go on there to say hurtful things like they closed the door at 8:59 instead of 9 o'clock, and I wanted to go shopping. You know, that's all hateful things. Nobody says kind things online. So if there's a lack of kind things said, but there's a lot of hateful comments, then you can know that there was a majority of people who truly enjoyed what they got to see online.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
That video, it was just being there in the right moment was awesome. It was just a moment in time memorialized. And the history that's happened before and after that video is what really makes that video popular. Van Halen fans want to see Eddie riffing. They want to see Eddie and Dave together on stage again. And then people who are discovering rock and roll, Eddie passed away, they're looking up Eddie online. Here's a popular video, and they get to see a really rare element. It was a blessing. It was, you know, we just got lucky that thing, that's all.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to see it, man. I tell you what. And I think I got to ask you everything. I wanted to ask about your camera. I wanted to ask about if you could tell what happened to Dave.
Canon. Oh, that was an iPhone 6.
Pretty good.
Edited in Final Cut Pro, just quick, stabilized it, and you know, threw it together in there. And I turned around and captured the crowd and the flags, and Eddie's ex-wife was over on the side. I think Bruce Boulay.
Oh, that Bertinelli chick?
I've known. What's that?
Bertinelli? Valerie Bertinelli?
Yeah, Valerie Bertinelli was over on the stairs where the Jimmy Kimmel Theater comes out, and Bruce Boulay, which is really cool because Bruce Boulay, you know, God-gifted guitar player, was standing over there, and I've known Bruce for years. He pointed over to me and laughed like, I knew you'd be there, blah, blah, blah. But he was watching, and Bruce Boulay looked up to Eddie, and Bruce Boulay is an Eddie. I mean, he's an incredible guitar player, but even he's there to worship the master, you know, which was really awesome. It was just a really good deal. I mean, just was in the right place at the right time, fixed on the stage. You'll see there's a guy in front of me holding a flip phone. I mean, everybody was there, but I wasn't, you know, like gifted, but hey, you're in front row. I just happened to fight my way up there and capture the moment. We all got lucky by it.
Well, it's an extremely monumental moment, the nationwide broadcast of Van Halen for the first time ever. I didn't even realize that till Dave said it.
Well, it would have been neat if Michael Anthony had been on stage, because then it would have been the original Van Halen. And they have been on TV in the past, but I don't think there was a moment where they were on primetime television where Eddie and Dave were together. So they marketed it as this is the first time Van Halen, the original, is on primetime TV performing live. Now, there may have been pre-recorded stuff that was put on TV of them in news reports and things and MTV and whatnot over time. But I think because this was deliberately filmed on site on the show, they marketed it as that. Van Halen's been on TV, the original Van Halen, before. And in all honesty, this wasn't live. It was pre-recorded and then broadcast.
Okay, so it was like right at that moment where my hard drive got down to 0 megabytes and crashed the video recorder, crashed QuickTime. So that's it for Joe, but that was really cool. He called back. That was Joe Dolan, ladies and gentlemen, the guy that filmed Van Halen, and like, well, shit, man, you've seen the video, right? It's got almost like 10 million views, so I don't have to really say anything more. So that was pretty cool. All right. Bye.